Now let's move into open relationships because I have 30 minutes. Let's move into open relationships and how the feminine and the masculine plays out when you're in open relationships. Or relationships, I'm going to put them together. Integrity. This girl named Becca, I'm going to say her name. If she sees this, I don't care. This girl named Becca that I was with in an open relationship, she really taught me what it means to have integrity, to keep my word. When I say I'm going to do something, follow through. Speak to a woman in a way that's in alignment with my truth. She taught me this. And the way she taught me this was through me saying things to her and going, yeah, I'll just, see you next week. And I'm like, oh, it's Friday night. I didn't take any girl home. I'll just, give her a text. And she's like, yeah, of course you can come over. And I told her I wouldn't see her until next week. And then I would do that on many different occasions, and she got used to when I say something, I don't keep my word. She would blow up on me. I mean, blow up. Oh, I just got used to you not keeping your word. In that moment, I was like, fuck, David Data would be angry at me. I got used to it. She taught me integrity. So after her, every girl after that, what do you think I started doing? Keeping your word. Absolutely. There's another girl who taught me something. She taught me how to stand in the midst of a woman's chaotic moods and remain present. She took me through so much this was last year, by the way. She took me through so much fucking hell with this. I'm like, oh my God, I just can't stay present with this girl because she's moving and out of this so much and I just don't know what to do. Should I do this? Should I do this? I collapsed so many times in front of her that even one time I kicked her out. Like I just didn't know what to do. She taught me that. Because I was in front of her and I was open, but when I got scared, I was like, should I hide this or anything like this? And she taught me how to be open, scared at the same time. Because when a woman's emotions are coming at you and you're being the fullest masculine, it feels like you're being constricted. It does. Because we love freedom. Freedom, no bounds. We love this. But what is the feminine? The feminine moves with life. It loves being filled. That's why, guys, we can nut and be like, oh, we can come and be like, oh, whew, that was great. Oh, shit. Whew. And just feel like you're in bliss. But a woman, after she comes, she wants more and more and more and more and more and more. That's because she's being filled with life, moving with life. That's her. She taught me how to stand in the midst of when a woman is going chaotic. Like she walked out of the house and was angry, and I walked downstairs and she was like, oh, I should leave. And I was like, come back upstairs. Well, no, I should go. You just told me you didn't want to have sex with me. And I was like, come back upstairs. I was like, do you want to go? She's like, no, because if I leave, then it'll be too dark. I'm like, come back upstairs. No, if I come back upstairs, then you'll want me to go out. I was like, all right, got to lead her by the hand. Took her out of hand into the lift. As we're going up, she's sitting against the wall like this. And what I learned from a book was called Trust and Go. Trust what you feel as the masculine and just go. You fuck up, you learn. In that moment, I felt if I kissed her, it would make everything better. So what did I do? It was used at the right moment. I went in and kissed her, and she erupted into this sexual fucking wanting me. And that was a beautiful moment for me. It was. It was a moment that let me know that a woman, if she's identified with the feminine, she really will change moment to moment on you. Fuck. And she let me learn what it means to stand in the midst when a woman is being everything. Moving with life, baby. And I'm going to bring out one more girl who is more recent as well. She taught me how to penetrate through resistance. And you guys are like, what does that mean? Do you mean that when she says no, you go fucking this? No, not that. That's no. If a girl says no, don't penetrate. But I'm talking about penetrating when a woman is saying, with that. You can penetrate through that. That is your gift in that moment. Our first night in bed, which was the second date, I'm sitting there, and she kept going like this. She kept doing this. She kept going. Oh, she's getting turned on. We make out and stuff, and then we get hot and heavy, then she'll stop. Turned on, hot and heavy, then stop. One more time, she stopped. I completely said, this behavior you're giving me is not what I like. Tell me what it is. What's going on behind it? She goes, I don't know. I don't know. I'm like, all right. So at this moment, I sat down, and she goes, are you nervous? And I'm like, is this girl crazy? I'm not fucking nervous. And then I'll go, well, no, I'm not nervous, but what's going through me is wanting to just fuck you. And then she just does like this. She goes, and I stand her up, rip off all her clothes, and we have sex. So she taught me that in that moment, what she wanted was my penetration through her resistance. And her resistance was, because she was pushing my hands down, I would grab her by the hips, and she would like push on my hands. And it was actually, I didn't know, I was like, if I penetrate through this, because I knew about it, I was like, maybe it'll be too much. And that's all she wanted. She wanted me to do that. And guess the whole relationship was me doing that time after time after time, whether it be through her opening about something, and then her closing down going, no, I don't want to talk about it. And this, her like this, and then I don't want to talk about it. And then when we're having sex, I try to do role play, and then she opens up a little bit about it, and then she goes, what are you going to do? She said, you hit me. I said, yeah, I did. So it's like she kept taking me through it and taking me through it and taking me through it, and that was just her bliss. That is really a feminine woman's bliss. It's to resist you and then submit. This is open relationships I'm talking about now. I'm not talking about when you first walk up to a woman. Do not do this shit when you first walk up to her, because it will be strange. Don't be like, all right, Tony said penetrate, so I'm going to walk up to this girl, and she's like, well, you know, I don't know, I just got to get her. You're like, hey, you just start doing all these things, and you're like, oh, and then she'd be like, oh my God, this is too much. This is in open relationships or relationships. You'll learn much about, when you start getting into open relationships and relationships, standing in the midst of women's emotions, remaining the staffed when she's doing whatever she's going to do, having an open heart even when you feel like, fuck, you're getting crushed by her emotions, remaining present, and then, of course, penetrating through the resistance when your woman goes, no, I don't want to go to the show. Oh, no, it's the cinema. I don't want to go to the cinema. You go, let's go to the cinema. I don't want to go. I don't feel like it. And then you grab her, you give her some kisses, and then you maybe dance with her a little bit, and then you move around, and you go, we're going to the cinema, you're going with me because you're going to go with me. Whatever you say. And she goes, oh, fine. That's how fast she'll switch. If she's identified with the feminine. And you're the full body expression of masculine, which is freedom. Now, this whole talk that I gave you to guys today is really making you guys think about, okay, what does this all mean? What does it mean to be a man that embodies masculinity and femininity? And how can I begin to express that? You express that through stillness, patience, being penetrative when you need to, having direction, knowing what your purpose is in this moment and taking that full throttle, being able to speak your truth when you feel it. Your truth is the most beautiful thing to you. Never forget that. If you're afraid to express your truth, you'll never get anywhere in this world. Never. Because your truth is clear to you, and if you ever stop your truth from being in the world, the world will never know about who you really are. Not everybody will like it. They won't. And you shouldn't want everybody to like it. But my God, won't you attract people to you who love it? How does the feminine show up? The feminine shows up through sensitivity. When you're there with a woman, being able to be sensitive to her internal state. She shows you that she's scared when you first walk up to her. Relax, I can see that you're scared. This is not something that is detrimental. This is something that's going to be lovely. And she goes, what? And now she's just switched out of that. But she's not responding to the words. She's responding to the empathy that I have behind the words. She's not responding to that. You have to understand that. She's responding to that empathetic, sensitive energy that I'm giving to what she is showing me. If she's open right away, I'm not going to be like, I can see that you're scared. I can see that you're this. No, I'm not. I don't need to. I'm talking about a woman when you walk up to her and she's closed down, or she is a little bit frightened, or she's a little bit surprised. When you're there talking to her, sensitivity shows up when she goes, yeah, today wasn't the best day, and, right now I'm just headed home. And you go, so what was your day like? Now you're going down the wrong zone. She told you she had a bad day. You don't need to go into that. Well, if you can make your day much better, what is one thing that you would do? You're moving away from the part that's bringing her down, and you allow her energy to come back up. Empathy, sensitivity, being able to be there with a woman and allow her to be whatever she wants to be. That's how the feminine shows up. Be the fullest expression of the masculine, but at the same time, understand that when I need to be sensitive or empathetic, when I need to show a woman that I care, whether you're in a relationship, open relationship, when I need to show her that I care, I'll show it. Women are always in two different zones with men. Oh, he is like this, and he has his purpose, and he's somebody that's really great in that way, but he doesn't know how to express his feelings when I ask him. Or they're on this side where they go, he's so sensitive and he's so loving and he's nice, but he doesn't have a backbone. What you're learning to do is to bring your heart with your core and live from there. That is the integrated man. I got 16 minutes, and I'm going to open the floor for questions. All right, go.
When do you express your masculine and feminine first? Like it's your natural thing, like you just do it, or is it just a reaction on how the girl reacts?
Okay. Now, when you say reaction, immediately that's the feminine. The feminine reacts to life. The masculine stands outside of life and responds. So, when do you use it? You want to be the fullest expression of masculine energy when you walk up to a woman? Is that what you want? Because you have to understand that whatever is closest to your core is what you're going to express most of the time anyway. So most of you guys here, do you like a woman who moves and expresses her body and she likes, do you like that? Yes, that means you probably have a masculine core. So if you want to walk up to a woman and be the fullest expression of masculine energy, you're going to have to walk up in that place. Because you're presenting yourself as something, and that gives her the chance to be what? The complementary opposite, which is the feminine.
But what if she doesn't react to that? Like, if I walk up to a more masculine woman, like if she's in a masculine state, and I'm walking up masculine.
Yeah.
Do I give in? Like, do I...
Just give in to her. Is that what you mean? Yes. Now, this is where penetration comes in at. All right? Now, you can be able to, a lot of times, this is one of the things I noticed when dealing with Dutch women, is that a lot of Dutch women, I've noticed this, is that they have a strong masculine. They really do. So many of you guys who are walking up to Dutch women do know that if there's one woman who's going to teach you clarity, it's them. They are. They really are. But with any woman, you can learn how to be that, be the fullest masculine. So it's up to the woman as well to relax into her feminine. That's up to her too. It's not just we are this one side and we have to be both and the girl is just that. When you go up and present that, it's up to the woman whether she's going to keep challenging you. Because if she keeps challenging you and you keep passing her test, she has to relax if she has a feminine core. It's inevitable. She has to relax because she's done all she can do to see are you what you're made of. So you go up as the fullest expression of masculine. You're very present when you're walking up to her. You talk to her. You say what you need to say to her. You're getting to know her. And if she doesn't have any femininity, you won't even feel any attraction for her. You won't. There's many girls I've met who can't relax, who I just don't feel like my dick would get hard for her. Even when I've talked to her for a long time, I'm like, I just don't feel anything down here. I don't. Did I answer your question? You.
The reason why you need to focus on your breath when you're scared, is it because you subconsciously stop breathing when you're scared?
Yes.
Or is it because when you're focusing on your breath, you're in the moment and not aligning with your own truth? Is it because...
Okay, you got to say it again, bro, and say it louder.
The reason why you need to focus on your breath when you're scared, is it because when you're scared, you subconsciously stop breathing, you hold your breath, and you need to breathe, of course, to be things straight? Or is it because when you're focused on your breath, then you're in the moment, and then you're aligning your inner truth?
Yes, it's both, bro. When you get scared, unconsciously your body constricts. It does. Certain parts of your body constrict. Like you feel your heart racing, that means your heart is constricting. You feel your throat get shaky like he was, that's because it starts constricting. Unconsciously, that happens to your body when you get scared. But if you can learn in that moment to be skillful and open up in your breath, of course it brings you into the present moment. There's nothing more potent that's going to bring you into the present moment than knowing how to control your breath. Because your breath control is the present moment. Anything outside of that is out of the present moment. It's the past or the future. And your breath always centers you into here and now. All right.
Yeah, could you elaborate on the third story, I think, with the girl who was dancing with you all the time, and somehow you couldn't penetrate through her. And in the end, you actually did, but could you tell a bit more about that process?
About when we got to the bedroom and she was doing doing like this and then giving in.
I think when you were dancing with her.
Was it? What was that story? Yeah. Okay. It was the one with penetration, right? The one I was talking about penetration.
Yeah, I think that was.
Okay, because I want to make sure that I get it right, because if it's not the right story, you won't get the right information. So do you think it's the one where I was talking about where she was, the whole relationship was me penetrating through her resistance?
I'm not sure. I think it was the third story, but...
Okay.
Third.
Well, I'm just going to briefly go through them and you tell me which one.
Yeah.
Okay, the first story was the girl who taught me integrity, and I keep my word. The second story was the girl who was so fucking chaotic in her emotions that I collapsed a lot of time in my consciousness, and it taught me how to remain still and present when she was being chaotic. And then the third story was the girl who taught me how to penetrate through resistance when she wanted to give in, but she needed some more.
Third one.
Okay. Now, what would you like for me to elaborate on? Because you can't say elaborate because I can go in many different directions.
All right. She wants it, but then again, she doesn't.
Yeah.
She's mixing between those. How do you handle that when that's happening? Because you know she wants to be penetrated.
Yes.
But when you go fully into it, she might reject it. But there's a subtle balance in that.
Yeah. Basically, what you need to do is It's skillful. That's what it is. So that's a good question, bro, because it requires skill. Now, this is going to go more in depth because this one is directed at him, and you guys may take it on or not take it on, but it requires a skillful prying and bodily expressed freedom from you as far as like, when I do this, does she open more or does she close? And that's what it is. With each thing that I do to help this woman open, is this helping her open or is this closing her more? That is what I'm always doing with the woman. I'm always riding the line of, okay, is this action that I'm taking, like if I grab her and I pull her in close and I look her in the eyes and I say, shut up, is this making her open more or close more? Maybe she resists me. She's like, no, no, no. Then I just grab her head and I pull her in close. Then I go, you want this. Penetration with my eyes. It's bodily expressed, and the fact that I'm not afraid is the reason why she can open more. Women are repulsed and disgusted by men who remain in front of them and are afraid to act when he wants to. You have the answers. You really do. Now, of course, with us, we're able to help you to those answers very quickly, but there's many times where you'll be in front of a woman and you're in an open relationship or something like that, and she gives you something, and there's something you want to do, but you don't know if it's the right thing to do. Take that action and find out if it is. One of the best people who talk about this is David Data, and all you guys know who that is? Yeah, he's one of the best models of this. He really is. Like he's one of the people that I am continuously learning from through his teachings, as well as the people I've surrounded myself with, as well as my own meditations and what I live out. All these things will make more sense when you start getting into alignment with guys who live this out, who live out the life of having women, being heart connected to these women, and at the same time being able to walk away from these women. That is the most sexy mix that a woman can feel that I feel. A man that completely wants her, desires her to her core, but is willing to walk away as well. Because when you're willing to walk away and you absolutely want her, she magnetically feels drawn to you because she can feel that this is not forever. This could actually leave at any moment where I behave in a way that he doesn't like. And she doesn't feel that right away. She feels that through how you respond to her reactions towards you. Now, to come back to you, okay, now that answer I gave you, is there anything you want me to elaborate on, or is the opening more with each action you take good?
Well, in the example you talked about, you penetrated through making a sexual statement.
Yeah,
right?
That was one, yeah?
So that was the one that worked for her?
Yeah.
All right.
But let's say, because it was in this situation, though. Yeah, that situation was what it was. I would never do some. Now, in that situation, I could be like, I could bodily express laughter or bodily express something that's really, really funny. Because remember, when a woman's heart closes like this, all it needs is humor sometime to crack it open. So a woman's heart is closed, and I'm with her. And even when I'm walking up to a woman on the street, I love this. Oh, I love this part. I'm walking up to a woman on the street, and she goes, I go, hello. And she keeps going, and she goes, and then I go, all right, I'm going to do it again. I go, hello. And she keeps going, and she's like, and then I go again, and I go, I love you so much. Just stop for one moment. And then she goes, what do you want? And she breaks open. The moment she's broken open, that's the moment I say, my name is. Humor is one of the ways to crack a woman's heart open when it's closed. Now, sometimes that won't work, and she'll be like, fuck off. I'm not going to be like, all right, well, and keep going. But if I can see that she's just like, no, like that, I say things that I find humorous. And in that finding humorous, because I'm really saying things because I really find it humorous, sometimes she cracks open, and in that moment she cracks, I say, I know you're like, I don't want to talk to another guy who comes up to me, but I'm Anthony. Human cracks a woman's heart when it's closed. I can stand up here and give you all the things that cracks a woman's heart and, allows her to open more to you. But the truth is, if you really are sensitive to the moment and you allow yourself to stay open, even when you feel like you don't have a chance and you're scared, a lot of these things will arise. In this whole talk, you've been hearing me talk about being open and scared, and I didn't know that I was going to talk about this mainly. I'm just staying spontaneous to what comes through me. I'm living from my truth right now. I know the structure of this talk, but in directions I'm going, I'm staying open, spontaneous to the truth and what I feel like is needed. Is there another question that wants to be answered?
You were talking about focus in the beginning of the talk. When you see hormones and boom for her.
Yeah.
Direct your entire focus. How do you divide your focus with groups?
Like a group of girls? All right. I see a group of girls. Now, as I'm standing outside of a group of girls, I observe. Now I'm in the masculine. I'm observing the group. I'm seeing how the group works around each other. So is the group very interactive? Are they very standoffish? Is the girl I want to talk to looking around? Their night, many times. Are you talking about at night? Is there a certain situation?
No, you just talked about it in general.
Okay. I observe the girl that I want to talk to and how she's responding to her group. Because once I observe her and how she's responding to her group, I can make the sensitive right move. Many times guys are just like, okay, that's the girl I want to talk to in the group there. I'm just going to barrel in there. I'm just going to go. I see her. You know what? They say the 3-second rule. I'm just going to go. But that 3-second rule is for somebody who doesn't know how to approach. But when you become a man of skill, a man that's absolutely a seducer, a man that can be sensitive to a woman in a situation that she's around, you become socially calibrated because now you can see everything that's going on. You see that, okay, this woman that's in this group, she's absolutely a standoff woman because I can see she's on her phone. She doesn't check up to her friends because her friends are talking here, but she doesn't check up. That means I can go in and just talk to her without even engaging the friends. I can see the woman when she's in this group, she's laughing, she's playing around with her friends, she's having fun with them. She really cares about her friends, and she's really having a good time right now. I can barrel in there, say hello to her. Well, not barrel. I can walk in there, know what to do, say hello to her, and the fact that she's vibing with the whole group, I can say hello to her, and if she likes me right away, I can just say hello to the whole group right away. Or you could do where you go in and say hello to the group right away. But the main thing is that you want to see how is the woman in reflection to her group. That gives you the answer that you need on how you should approach. Stay open and full as you're looking at the woman. I look at the woman and I see her and I'm completely present to her and how she's moving, her mannerisms. Is she somebody that's into this, not into this? Is she somebody that is older, younger? I start getting all these things to see how shall I go in here and talk to this woman? And the moment that I feel, okay, I've seen enough, I'm going to walk in. I'll have the right thing to say and do. And she may reject me. She may turn. She may be open and then turn, and then which I would need to what? Open her again. Or she may open up to me right away. And when she turns to me, she'll look in my eyes and only see nothingness. And in that moment, she knows that I'm fully there with her. Presence. Your gift. Give it. Penetration when needed. Give it. Humor when her heart is closed or where she feels like she's standoff. Give it. You are the fullest expression of freedom. Give it. Because the moment you give it, you combine yourself with the fullest expression of love. Love and freedom together is the most powerful mix you can have between a man and a woman at any given time. If you want to know more about me, visit the Natural Lifestyles website. We do a tour through 3 different countries called the Euro Tour, and we have many different workshops that you guys could attend if you want to. I'm Tony Solo, and thank you guys for allowing me to come here to share with you my heart, and it means a lot to me to give you guys this information. Until next time.